One's one of the best dual-threat quarterbacks in the country. Last Saturday, Haynes King produced his 12th career game with the rushing and passing touchdown, tying Joe Hamilton for the most in program history. And King is one of only two Power Conference players with at least 500 passing yards and 250 rushing yards on the season. The other is Taylon Green out of Arkansas. But King has done it in just 3 games. And with a quarterback playing that well, it's no surprise the team is off to its first 4-0 start since 2014. That season, this team started 5-0, reached the ACC Championship, and played in the Orange Bowl. Well, speaking of Georgia Tech's QB1, Haynes King joins us now here on SportsCenter. Appreciate the time, Haynes, and congrats to the start of the season because you're off to a 4-0 start. You're number 16 in the latest AP poll, the program's highest ranking in 10 years going into this weekend's game against Wake Forest. How has this whole thing come together for you guys?
Throughout my 3 seasons here, starting off that first year, just the way that this team has changed and grown and matured with the people being here and also the people that we added to this building. It's tremendous what a job that Coach Key has done with this.
2 weeks ago, when you were on College Game Day, you were asked which quarterbacks have influenced your game the most, and your response I thought was pretty thorough. Let's take a listen to it.
Certain reads and how he runs, a little bit of Lamar Jackson, just watching him move and operate like that. But then, when I was younger, how Tom Brady operated. He controlled the whole field. Everybody listened. When he stepped in the huddle, everybody shut up and was listening, knew what was going on. And now Patrick Mahomes.
Well, if you could put Lamar Jackson, Tom Brady, and Patrick Mahomes into one quarterback, that'd be a tremendous athlete, to say the least. But what is it about Mahomes and his game that you're trying to follow right now?
I feel like they do a really good job in situational football. Everybody knowing what to do and what they're trying to accomplish with the communication aspect and just the operation of the whole ordeal.
I mentioned your unique story. A lot of people may not realize this, Haynes, but you are naturally left-handed. You had an accident when you were a kid that forced you to become a right-handed thrower. What was that transition like at such a young age?
I mean, I feel like I was young enough that it really didn't bother me too much. Last year, I messing around. I had that little shoulder injury, so I kind of got back to it, messing around, throwing lefty every now and then. And
now, we've seen Mahomes throw some passes left-handed. Under pressure, would you be confident switching hands and letting it go with the left?
I'd say so. I mean, it's just a natural ability. Either you have it or you don't. It's kind of like riding a bike. Once you have it, shouldn't lose it. But, I mean, for the longest, I believed I could throw a better spiral left-handed than I could right-handed.
Real quick before we get out of here, we mentioned the game coming up against Wake Forest on Saturday. You're off to this good start. When you look at this matchup going into the weekend, Haynes, what's the first thing that pops into your mind in terms of what you guys have to handle if you're going to get to 5-0?
I mean, Wake Forest is a really good team. They play physical, fast, try to rip your head off kind of defense. We're just going to have to be us, execute and operate the way that we do it, and also – I mean, obviously, we're going to have to control the line of scrimmage. If we can't do that, then we're going to have a long night.
Well, the way you've done it so far to start the seaseason has been impressive. Again, 4-0, ranked number 16th in the country going into that game against Wake Forest Saturday at noon on ESPN. Haynes, we appreciate the time. Best of luck, man.